This is Mark Bell from supertraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I'm going to try to go through a few emails on this one rather than just go through one. Got one from Steve Piston Gardner, who just says that he loves the videos that we're putting up on supertraining.tv. He's a big fan of the Q&A, big fan of Bigger, Stronger, Faster, and he said that he and some of the people around him have made massive improvements and they've been inspired by what we're doing, and that's the whole reason why we're doing it. So thank you very much, Steve. Got a question from Will Crawford, who says that he does the Westside template and he does it raw. I answered this question actually earlier today. That video will go up at some point. And he said he does it raw, and he's kind of wondering if there's anything he should be looking out for. Basically, not really, other than just focusing on straight weight and regular squats a little bit more often. I would put them in every about once a month on your max effort day, and throw them in occasionally on your dynamic effort day. That way you know how to squat when it comes time for the meet. If you're brand new to squatting and you don't know how to squat really much at all, then obviously you're going to want to practice it a lot more than just like once or twice a month, a regular squat. Let's see, also go to the next guy. He said he has a slingshot, he loves a slingshot, and he loves supertraining.tv. So again, much appreciated. That's why we do these videos. That's why the slingshot was invented, to help people out, help people get strong, help people to be awesome. We got the guy who asked about sumo versus conventional deadlift, pros and cons. The pros of the sumo deadlift is that it's a shortened range of motion. The cons of the sumo deadlift is that it's actually can be very challenging and can be very limiting in terms of mobility. If you don't have great mobility, it can be tough. And also, the starting position of a sumo deadlift usually hurts and is usually pretty tough. It takes a while to break the floor, whereas a conventional deadlift is much more conducive to breaking the floor, and the lockout is usually harder. So the cons of the conventional deadlift is that it's a further range of motion and that the lockout is harder. And the big pro of the conventional is that you get a faster start. So again, it has to do with how that weight moves off the floor for each individual. And let's see, we got one more question. Guy says he does Westside. He wants to know if he has to have bands and chains and all the bells and whistles to do Westside program. You do not need anything for any program. You shouldn't have to have any specialty devices. You shouldn't need bands or wrist wraps or slingshots or chalk, or shouldn't need much of anything. It all comes from in here. You should be able to make it work that way. You think of all the different training methods people have used over the years. People have picked up rocks and loaded them up. People have picked up kegs. People have done all kinds of things to strengthen themselves and make themselves better. I'm sure that whatever gym you're at, a commercial gym, has way more shit than what my super training has. You got all the hammer strength line. You got some different machines and stuff. Just because it's not common to hear powerlifters talk about using machines, don't think that they don't work, because most of us have started with machines. Myself, I have a lot of experience using bodybuilding type methods to build up my body over the years, and it's helped me tremendously in powerlifting. So to answer your question, you don't need bands, you don't need chains. They are ideal. They do help to accommodate resistance. They do help on your dynamic day, because you're going to be able to accelerate faster into the bar. So you may have faster progress using bands and chains, but you don't necessarily need them. And if you're going to look into getting some, I would just start out real easy with some bands and real easy with some chains. Don't get too heavy into it right away. That's it from supertraining.tv. Later.